Basically, for the last 4 weeks, it's been a great run in football, college and pro for the majority of the handicappers here at the site. And then you've got some guys not only have long, consistent winning streaks like Matt Rivers and Jeff Benton and Scott Delaney, but that trio, they have just cashed in with one major wager release after another of the past 4 weeks. But it doesn't mean you win every day. And as I've always told you, there are no guarantees in gambling. And today I'm here to tell you that yesterday was not one of the finest days here at the site for the majority of the handicappers. But it's all cyclical, and that's the way it goes. Nobody says you're going to win every day, and that's why you're looking to win long-term over a consistent basis. And truth be told, the guys that lost yesterday were playing with bookmakers' money that had been accumulated thanks to 3, 4, 5, and Jeff Benton's case, 7-week runs. Without a doubt, the game that cost everybody the most yesterday was the cover by the Chargers as the Broncos left the back door open. If you watched that game with about 3.5, 4 minutes to go in that final drive by Denver, when Peyton Manning had his team marching deep into the red zone and then they had to settle for the field goal, I thought to myself, that is the opening Chargers bettors are praying for, and you saw what happened. So that was a costly game yesterday. I think a lot of guys thought the Falcons would bounce back against Arizona. That hurt some people. The Jacksonville-Houston game hurt some people as well. So I think there were certainly some costly games yesterday. And yet, for the week, the favorites have had a winning, prosperous week. But as you all know, I mean, if you play too many chalks, you're bound to get screwed sooner or later. But still, some guys did have some big plays yesterday and cashed in. I'll give you a rundown of who's hot and who's not in just a moment. Plus, today is going to, once again, for the second straight Monday, be the charity play of the week selection. I'll get to that in just a moment as well. Hi, everyone. Al DeMarco here. This, of course, going to be your Monday video report. I've got a couple of free picks coming up in college basketball and the NBA as well. All that and more. But first, let's talk about Shawn Michaels. Today, Shawn is going for his fourth 100-dime winner since last Wednesday. His third consecutive 100-dime winner in the NFL since Thursday. More impressively, 100-dime NFL winner number 25 out of 32. The past 3 years, it's your Niners-Bears side. And it also happens to be his NFL winner, no matter the rating, NFL winner number 25 out of 38, his 2012 NFC Lock of the Year, Bears-Niners side. Hit a 100-dime play yesterday, his teaser winner, New England and Denver. And there's a game, guys. There was a game, FYI. That Chargers-Broncos a game again yesterday. That line was sitting at 8. That was a game that you really had to consider playing in a tease. A couple of guys played in a teases. I think Craig Davis did as well yesterday. A game that you really had to consider a tease. You're sitting there at 8. You take one guy up to 14. You take the other side down to 2. I mean, you could have middled it yesterday. But again, he hit the 100-dime teaser winner yesterday on New England and Denver. Hit a 100-dime play on Buffalo Bills on Thursday night. And he's got another 100-dime winner again today. Once again, 100-dime NFL winner number 25 out of 32. His third straight this week alone in the pros. His fourth overall this week. $10 bettors have won $9,175 following Shawn's betting advice in football over the past 3 years. Remember Chuck O'Brien last Monday night? Of course, you had him for your charity play of the week selection, and that was a 50-dime play. Well, tonight he's got his 50-dime Monday night winner, number 2 in a row, which matches last Monday's play, which matches his highest-rated Monday night release of the season on Chicago, San Francisco. And congratulations going out to Craig Davis. Today he's going for winning day number 7 out of 10. Yesterday he had a 50-dime winner, number 26 out of 41. It was another teaser. He had Denver combined with the Oakland-New Orleans game to go over, which, as you know, it fell 1 point shy of going over here in Vegas on the big board, unless you happen to play it in a teaser. $10 players in the NFL have won $4,335 over the past, since last season in the NFL. Now, Scott Delaney. Scott Delaney yesterday was going for his 150-dime winner number 4 in a row over the past 2 weeks. Broncos, backdoored. But then again, he hit the first 3, so he was definitely playing with somebody else's profit. I want to talk about Jeff Benton. Did Jeff Benton lose the 150-dime play yesterday on the Colts? Yes, he did. After hitting a 150-dime play a couple Mondays ago with the Saints over the Eagles? Yes, he did. But here's the bottom line with Jeff. Today he's going for winning day number 15 out of 20. And $10 bettors have won $5,365 over the past 51 days following his advice. So again, as I've always said, when you've got that bankroll and you see an opportunity to take a shot, that's how you blow that bankroll up in a positive way. You've got to take the shots. It's no different when you're hot at the craps table, guys. You've got to get going when you've got the winning roll. And that's what Jeff did. He's been winning 15 out of 20 days. He's looking to win today. It's a 40-dime play, numbered 9 out of 12. His Monday Night Football run, 83 and 58 since 2007. It's his NFC total of the year. Bears, Niners, over under. He had a 40-dime winner on Syracuse as a 6-point road dog. Who did they beat on Saturday night? Missouri. They won in Columbia, won outright. He had a 40-dime winner last Monday with Kansas City and Pittsburgh, easily under. This play is just as strong as all of them, and you are going to get it for free because of the Charity Play of the Week promotion. For those of you that are newcomers, this is something I started last March. Once a week, I find a best bet of one of the top handicappers at the site. I give it to you for free. If the play wins the following day, right here underneath my video report, I'll put down a story about a family, a group, an organization, somebody who needs financial assistance, and ask you to make a donation. Because tonight, for example, I'm giving you a play that costs $79 for free. I just believe there's some greater good that we can do in gambling. This is a great way to create some positive karma in a business and a sport, shall I say, that we all need as much karma as we can possibly get. Doesn't mean it prevents backdoor covers against by the Chargers yesterday, but it certainly, over the long haul, works to our advantage. And it's just a great way to do good for others that need some type of financial support. If it wins, I'll put the information here tomorrow. If it loses, hey, we'll acknowledge the loss and on we move. Let's see, it's won, I think, 3 of the last 4 weeks and 7 of the last 10 weeks. So, without further ado, today's play from Jeff Benton. I gave you his numbers. It costs $79. Here's the coupon code, guys. Ready? Jeff79, Jeff79, Jeff79. You enter that when prompted in your shopping cart, you are going to get Jeff Benton's 40-dime winner number 9 out of 12. Winning day number 15 out of 20 for free tonight. His NFC total of the year on the Bears and Niners. Again, if you have to be a newcomer to the site, you have to create an account. It takes you like a minute to do so. Then you go in, you hit the buy now button next to Jeff Benton for this play. You enter it in your shopping cart. You'll see a little box where you enter the coupon code if available. You put in Jeff79, takes $79 off, leaving you with a grand total price of $0. And that's how you get the Charity Play of the Week selection. Okay, guys, let's talk a little basketball here tonight for free selections. First of all, want to talk college basketball. Yeah, let's start with the college basketball plays first. I had a play on Lehigh last Monday. They were a 5-dime winner for me last Monday when the Mountain Hawks of Lehigh, who are expected to battle Bucknell to win the Patriot League crown. Of course, you remember Lehigh last year, upsetting Duke in the second round of the Big Dance before losing to Indiana in round number 3. Well, last Monday they hammered a pretty good Robert Morris team, as I forecasted they would. They have a guy who might be a top 10, definitely a top 15 draft pick, senior guard C.J. McCollum, averaging 24 points a game, also a team-leading 5 rebounds a game. They are a deep, talented squad. They have some size. Tonight, they play their home opener. They are playing at home against Fairfield. It's the consolation round of the NIT preseason tip-off tournament. They're laying 7 points in this game at the Stabler Arena in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Last week, as I said, last Monday night, they hammered Robert Morris, a team that won like 26 games last year. They beat them by 29 points. The next night, they played Pittsburgh, and of course, it was at the Peterson's Event Center in Pittsburgh. They were only down 5 at halftime, but they did lose that game 78-53. And they opened the season by getting crushed at Baylor. Baylor pit Robert Morris. I mean, you may not know anything about Robert Morris, but those were 3 quality, tough foes that they played. Now they're going down and they're taking on Fairfield from the MAC, a Fairfield team that barely got by a rebuilding Penn Quakers squad in their last game, 62-53, a team that needed overtime to beat Central Connecticut State 64-63, a team that lost to Virginia 54-45. I just think this is a great spot to take Lehigh minus the points at home in this game. I know the Stags have won 20 or more games 3 straight seasons, and they won 22-15 last year. But again, I think that this is a team that doesn't have much offense, being Fairfield. Very strong defensive team, and I think Lehigh will be able to pull away and get the cover in this particular contest. The next game I want to talk about is UCLA and Georgetown. They are playing at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn tonight. This is the Legends Classic Tournament. And the reason I want to talk about this game is It's a setup for a possible play tomorrow. Listen, the winner of this game is going to play the winner of the Indiana-Georgia game. Well, Indiana's going to win that game, but they're like a 20.5-point favorite against the Bulldogs. But this is a real interesting game for the Bruins. Listen, Ben Howland, the Bruins coach, very strong recruiter, and Shabazz Muhammad, granted NCAA eligibility after sitting out the first 3 games of the season. He's going to make his debut tonight. Understand, this guy is 6'6" swingman, was the #1 rated basketball player coming out of high school last year. He was the guy that everybody wanted to recruit. Well, he goes to UCLA, but he's not the only freshman that's had an impact here for the Bruins already, because they had an outstanding recruiting class, because that's what Ben Howland does best. He's a great recruiter. They got Kyle Anderson. They got Jordan Adams, who's averaged 24 points so far in the first 3 games, topping 20 in all 3. This is going to be a dynamite freshman class, but it's also basically a revamped roster for the Bruins, who are splitting point guard duties with Larry Drew, formerly in North Carolina, his first season with the Bruins that he's eligible to play, seeing the bulk of the time at the point position. Now, here's the thing about Ben Howland. Great recruiter, I think. But look at Kentucky. Look at Coach Cal in Kentucky. Even maybe a better recruiter, obviously, because of the pedigree of the Kentucky program. But there is a guy who has succeeded year after year after year, basically rebuilding his team, taking a bunch of new players, getting them to blend quickly, and having a championship contending team at the end. Howland is not a great coach. That's the problem with UCLA. So that's why I came this close to betting UCLA tonight, but instead I decided I will lay the 6.5 points against Georgetown, because I'm a little worried in this game. Yes, UCLA did defeat Indiana State big by 86-59 in their season opener, but then they struggled to beat Cal Irvine by 1 point in overtime in their second game. They beat up a cupcake by 30 points, James Madison, in their last game. Yes, they got Muhammad here tonight. Yes, he has been practicing with the team. But this Georgetown team plays that Princeton offense, okay? So that means you've got to be aware of your defensive assignments. And I'm just not sure if UCLA is going to be able to do that. If Georgetown keeps this score low, if it's in low 60s, high 50s, Georgetown is going to cover. UCLA's got to accelerate the tempo of this game. They've got to play at least a little defense here, which will then, of course, trigger their break as well. So I'm willing to take a shot with UCLA as a free pick, but I wanted to set up that game for you again, because then I think that if UCLA wins this game tonight, you're going to see a lot of interest in the UCLA-Indiana game tomorrow. Final free pick for you. Let's talk about the San Antonio Spurs and the Memphis Grizzlies here tonight. Well, actually, I'll tell you, some days, guys, I can't even get my matchups right. Let's talk about the San Antonio Spurs and the LA Clippers here tonight. The Spurs' worst performance of the season when they were hammered by the Clippers back at home on November 7th, 106-84. Now, that was a little bit of a revenge game, of course, for the Clippers, who were ousted by the Spurs last year in the postseason. And remember, this is a series that has been dominated by the San Antonio Spurs over the years, as they've gone 52-6 straight up in this series, winning, I think, 24 the last 26 at home as well. This is a big payback game, obviously, for the Spurs. Now, the Clippers, since beating San Antonio, that was the start of a 5-game winning streak. I mean, they have been impressive all season long. But I'm willing to lay the 4.5 points with San Antonio at home. They're rested. They're coming off a 26-point blowout win against the Nuggets on Sunday. Last home game of the month for the Spurs, who embark on a lengthy road trip that'll keep them on the highway till early in December. The Clippers have only played one road game. Now, if you look at their schedule, it says they played 2, but one of them was against the Lakers, okay? And the other one was at Portland. Now, they did win that game. I like the fact that Manu Ginobili is looking better, coming off a season-high 20-point performance, hitting 5-7 three-pointers in the blowout win against the Nuggets the other day. So I like the Spurs in this particular spot. Plus, I keep looking at this Clippers lineup, and I go, okay, they got Chris Paul. They got Blake Griffin. DeAndre Jordan was a monster in the first go-round. Thoroughly outplayed at Tim Duncan. I think Tim Duncan gets his way tonight, okay? But then I look at this team and I'm going, you're starting Willie Green. Willie Green at shooting guard. Are you serious? Okay, you're getting nothing playing Lamar Odom 15 to 19 minutes a game. Out of shape. Doesn't seem like he wants to be there. Nothing. What they are getting is they're getting 31 points a game from Jamal Crawford, who only had 10 in the first go-round, and Eric Bledsoe off the bench. You're not going to continue to get 30 points a game from these two guys off the bench forever. As I said, everything goes in cycles. I say the cycle goes against the Clippers tonight. That's why I like the Spurs as your final free play. As for the NFL game, I'm not even going to watch the damn thing. I mean, seriously? Colin Kaepernick and Jason Campbell? I didn't like the game that much with Alex Smith and Jay Cutler, okay? I don't like the readjusted total. I don't have any opinion on the side. Either make money in basketball tonight or not. That'll do it. Good luck, guys, and I'll talk to you again on Tuesday.